Hi guys. How's it going? We're on YouTube. I just recorded an entire solo for you, which you'll hear in a moment. And I forgot to turn the camera on. I know. So I apologize. But I'm very excited about this solo episode, all about creativity as an adult and why it is so important to be tapping into your creativity and doing that thing that you just love doing that really helps you to express yourself, because it has helped in my healing. It has helped me to evolve. And it really inspires other parts of my life, whether it's my career, whether it's my relationships, and just like fills my heart. So I want to give you a brief history of my relationship with my creativity. And then I want to go over what it might feel like to you as an adult when you think about your creativity. Be very specific there. And then I am going to explain why channeling your creativity and letting it evolve is absolutely essential as an adult. And then I'm going to give you tips so that you can get creative every single day. And honestly, y'all, it's going to make your life so much better. And I think what's hard as an adult is that we don't give ourselves permission. We're too busy. What's the point? I got to make money. I have responsibilities. And we don't realize that our creativity is so much a part of who we are that actually not doing it is abandoning a part of ourselves and creating like this like festering pain. And so I just want to reconnect you with it and give you permission. Hopefully this episode is relatable. Again, sorry about the video. Not that you need my face, but we're really trying to be consistent on YouTube now. So apologies. I'll do better next time, but thanks for being here. You can listen to the audio of this episode right now. Before we get into this episode, I wanted to share with Almost 30 Nation an incredible organization that I was introduced to recently by a member of our community, Jerry Brown, who is a CEO, storyteller, and she founded Liberate Artists, which is an inclusive dance education movement that teaches self-compassion to kids so they can practice compassion with each other. And their rallying cry is "You are enough." And dancers of all races, all genders, all religions, all body types, and all ability levels are embraced at Liberate Artists. And I've spoken to Jerry a bunch over the last few weeks, and I'm just so inspired by her mission. And, you know, she is a performer herself. She has performance and art and creativity in her blood. And I just am so in awe of what she has accomplished thus far and is looking to accomplish. They have, at the end of this month, end of July, Forward Movement, which is Liberate Artists' free online experience happening July 27th to the 30th. 2020, and this will provide access to all dancers and launch the partnership with Always Enough Foundation. And this is really important, y'all. I know so many of you out there are wondering how you can help, how you can be of service. You can volunteer to be a part of Liberate Artists. This is happening online, so you don't need to travel anywhere, but Jerry needs your help, and this is going to be a blast. I am volunteering as well, so please join me, join Jerry. There are various ways you can help. To learn more, you can go to liberateartists.online. liberateartists.online. You can also follow them on Instagram at Liberate Artists. You can volunteer or you can donate money. So please check it out. I am just so proud to be a part of this in any way. Dance, art, creativity specifically, which this episode ironically is about, has been so impactful in my life. And to know that it will be accessible to children of all races, all genders, all experiences, all body types, all ability levels is so important for so many reasons. So thank you, Jerry. And please, 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 please volunteer. Please volunteer or donate money if you can. liberateartists.online. Enjoy this episode.
You're listening to the Almost 30 podcast, hosted by Krista Williams and Lindsey Simcik. Almost 30 started as a conversation about the transition from our 20s to our 30s. But then we realized life is full of transitions. So we expanded our mission.
We are an intuition-led, wellness-focused lifestyle podcast that promises to deliver authentic conversations, diverse points of view, and insights rooted in optimism, growth, and intention. The Almost 30 Nation community is a group of purposeful dreamers who are smart, passionate, and always seeking the full potential in every aspect of their lives.
At Almost 30, we're making magic together. We dream it,
and then we do it.
Thanks so much for tuning into the Almost 30 podcast.
Here we go. If you are looking for the best scheduling tool, we got you. Acuity completely changed our business. It honestly felt like it changed my life because I felt much more organized and much more sane. From the moment clients book with you, Acuity is there to automatically send booking confirmations with your brand and messaging, deliver text reminders, and let clients reschedule on their own while processing payments. So basically, your day will run incredibly smooth, and this scheduling tool runs in the background 24/7. So you don't have to worry about, following up for reschedules. Acuity has got you covered. It also links with popular video conferencing tools like Zoom, GoToMeeting, Google Hangouts, and Join Me, and can automatically include a video meeting link on your calendar invite, for example. It's so integrated. It's amazing. Acuity enables you to look even more professional by offering a convenient scheduler that consistently matches your brand voice so you can customize it. Y'all, give it a try. 45 days free when you go to acuityscheduling.com/almost30. There's no credit card required. It's absolutely free for 45 days. And this is a limited time only. acuityscheduling.com, ACUITY, scheduling.com/almost30, 45 days free. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Almost 30. It's Lindsey Simcik. I'm so glad you're here. This is a solo episode day, and Thursdays are when just me or just Krista, or sometimes the two of us together, just share a little bit more intimately about maybe what we're growing through, past experiences, just a little bit more about us so that you might relate and find healing or insight or inspiration or some laughs, make you feel less alone. We are here to stumble on through with you and evolve with you. So thank you for your support. And I'm excited about today's episode. Before we get into it, I just want to let you know about a few things. So upcoming is our retreat. Retreat is happening the second weekend of August at Calamigos Guest Ranch in Malibu. And this is a incredible week of relaxation, restoration, learning, growth, connection. Y'all, retreat week last year changed my life, and I was just blown away by the transformation in so many of our attendees, and I'm speechless. This year is going to, in my opinion, be even more incredible. Our lineup of healers and practitioners and experts is insane. And you can find the full list on our website, almost30podcast.com. You can click on retreat and there's more information there. You can nab your spot. I believe we have 2 spots left by the time this episode comes out in a couple days. Who knows, but check it out. We would love to see you. It's in Malibu, paradise. Y'all, we're going to be spending some quality time together. It's going to be really, really special. So thank you. This episode today, I am very excited to share. I've been wanting to talk about my creativity as an adult because it has been the most painful and rewarding thing of my life, and something I am still just working through, to be very, very honest with you. And so in this episode, it's not going to be too long. My hope is that it's about 30 minutes, really valuable to you. I want to give you just a super brief history of my creativity and my relationship with my creativity in hopes that you will relate. And then I want to highlight like what you might be feeling when you think about your creativity as an adult, because I sometimes feel like we bury these feelings around our creativity as an adult and feel shame around them. And I just want to call them the fuck out so we can relate to one another and realize that these are actually invitations to get more curious about our creativity and to really let go of any judgment, because our creativity is going to heal us. You heard it here. Okay. I also want to talk about why channeling your creativity and letting that creativity evolve is essential to your evolution. Channeling your creativity and letting it evolve is essential to your evolution. And I'm going to tell you why. And then I'm going to give you really quick, easy ways in which you can harness your creativity every single day and make it a practice, make it a spiritual practice. Sorry, I'm going to say it. This is going to connect you with that which is greater than you, because that's what creativity is. And that's how I'll start this episode. Your creativity is, in my experience, the purest expression of God running through you. God is universe. God is source. God is nature. God is love. God is infinite. So whatever you believe, please insert there. But yeah, it is that like pure light. And that's why it's so unfortunate when and I've done this countless times and still do it today, when we judge what comes through us. And I just want us to slow down enough to see and feel and recognize those moments when we are judging these weird and cool and unique and just like wild ideas and feelings that come through us. Because damn, that is so pure. That is from you. I just think there's just an infinite way in which we can express these and share these in the world. So I want to start with a brief history of my creativity. It's going to be super brief. Hopefully you can relate to some of it, but I was the oldest of 4 children and the oldest of 4 children. I was a ham from out the womb, my friends. Okay. So I was the one on home videos that was like, look at me, look at me, look at me. This is what I'm doing. This is what I'm doing. So annoying. Okay. But what I noticed in watching these home videos, bless my mother, because she took like 85,000 hours of home videos, and we have them like on this disc on some interesting website on the internet that we have a password to and we can watch whenever we want. It's quite the scene I was watching the other day with my boyfriend. And I saw myself, I saw like all of these like creative, wild, crazy things just channeling through me as this little kid. And I was like quite literally lit up by them. And I got so emotional watching, because I was like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What happened to her? Where'd that go? Where did that go? And I'm sure a lot of you, if you can remember to those younger ages, or maybe you have home videos or even photos, that you're like, oh my gosh, I remember that feeling of just being free and uninhibited, no judgment. And that is like what I'm after these days. I am so much after that like uninhibited creativity, because that's what feels good. It's like super simple. What feels good? So yes, I was that way as a child, singer, dancer, performer, you name it. I was put in dance classes. I was in musical theater from a young age, went to a high school that specialized in musical theater. I was singing and dancing and acting. It was my passion. And what happened is that I, as parents do and as school does, like they kind of put you on this track. They're like, okay, cool. This is going to make me feel really good. I'm going to put you on a track to success. I'm going to send you to this school. Hopefully you'll do well. You'll get cast in these plays. You'll do well in school. You'll go to a college that's like this, and you can do this, this, this. And then maybe you move to New York and you do act, like obviously all with the utmost like best intentions. And that's kind of basically what happened. But I think, you know, what I'm reflecting on now is like the structures in which we put ourselves to express this creativity sometimes stifles it, sometimes dims the creativity. And listen, y'all, do not feel bad for me. I had an incredible time, you know, in high school, college, as it relates to my performing. I was so lucky. I worked so hard and learned so much. But what I'm realizing now is that, you know, when adults see kids who have talent, which no shame, no shame or like embarrassment to say this, but like I was talented. I believe I am talented, right? In certain ways. And so adults in my life were like, okay, this is what we do, you know, and these are the classes we put her in. And it was amazing. I learned so much, y'all. But I quickly learned through these lessons and rules and do's and don'ts that certain parts of my creativity weren't as valuable, right? Certain parts of my talent weren't as valuable. Certain parts of my ideas that came through me and channeled through me, and that might be a little wild and weird, like weren't as valuable. So I would dim that part of the light. It just is like, this is what happened, and like not feeling sorry for myself. It's just like a very clear reflection when I think back to that time, and just makes so much sense now as I try to as I try to unearth that part of me. So now, you know, after, you know, a kind of a long career of trying to be on Broadway, musical theater, I really kind of parsed out what I love so much. And what I love so much is singing. What I love so much is acting. And I have separated that from the original plan. Okay, the original plan is like, I want to be a star on Broadway. And then it was like, I want to be a star in movies. And then it was like, I want to be a famous singer, you know, and who knows, like, who the fuck knows where my life is going to go. But I really had to parse out, like, you know, these have been constants in my life. Singing has been a constant in my life. Acting has been a constant in my life. Performing has been a love and a constant in my life. And so why, right? And also, like, why has it also been all of these been like some of the most painful things? Because I feel like I haven't really done it, right? Like, I want to highlight that around creativity. I feel like there is a point at which we stop because we feel like we haven't done it. And what the hell does that mean, right? It means that we're putting so much pressure on our creativity to make us quote unquote successful, to make us money, that our creativity just kind of says, I'm tired, right? It's so tired. It can't live up to what it's not supposed to be. And it might not supposed to be the thing that's making you money. It might not supposed to be the thing that's making you famous, right? Like, and that's, I'm just speaking from my experience, but fill in the blanks. Like, it might not supposed to be that, but because we're not creating space for the creativity to just like be wild and take shape, it's not going to find what it's supposed to be. All right. So that was like very brief history. You know, I, along the way, have just kind of done a lot of different things, you know, whether it's singing, acting. I wrote a web series. I started a web series. I was auditioning a ton. Like, I was all over the place and really trying to make it work. And because the way in which I was trying to make it work was trying to fit into a certain mold or a certain peg, you know, in an audition room, etc., I began judging it harder and harder. So think of yourself and your creativity, whatever it is. Say it's painting, drawing, singing, say it's writing, say it's, birdhouse making. Honestly, literally anything, fill in the blank. As we try to fit it in a certain peg, as we try to make it something maybe that it's not at the time, we start to judge it more and more. Why is it not looking, sounding, feeling like this? What am I doing wrong? What's wrong with me? Like it just gets out of control. And that's the point that I got to. I was like, well, I don't stand out. Like I'm no better than anyone else. I really have to work on XYZ, and why would anyone want me? And, I made all of these hard judgments and assumptions. And so my creativity was like, bye. My talent was like, okay, I'll be over here. And I really tried to rationalize all of it. And the fact of the matter is, because I wasn't taking loving care of the fact that my creativity and my talent was kind of like wild and it just wanted to like do its thing, that it just kind of left in a way, right? Like it just didn't want to show up. It was tired. So I want to identify for you what you might feel when you think about your creativity as an adult, right? So here we are. I have co-founded and co-hosted Almost 30. It's been 4 years, just about. It's been the most incredible ride of my life thus far. It's taught me so much, brought me so much joy, and my singing, my acting is something that I still love so much, and something that, I feel like I put aside. Like there's a story there, right? There's like a perspective that I have that I put that aside and built Almost 30. And what I'm realizing now is that I just took the pressure off, and it was able to just kind of like be like in my body and be in who I am without the pressure of like making money and being successful at it. And so it was really able to like become something that I could connect to on a deep level. Let me tell you more in a moment, but things you might feel when you think about your creativity as an adult. One, I don't have time. I don't have time to do that creative thing. I don't have time to make that. I don't have time to do that. I don't have time to finish that. I don't have time. I don't have time to learn that. Being an adult, it's so hilarious. Like, I feel like with my parents, like, I'll suggest something and it's like, I don't have time. Yeah, I would love to. I just don't have time. Totally. And I could say this for anyone. I don't have time. I have so much going on. I don't have time. I feel you. Like that is the cry of the adult. I don't have time. And we create time. We create time. We can stop time. Like we're so fucking powerful, y'all. I need to tell you more. So when it comes to your creativity, you can bake it into anything and everything you do. So when you say you don't have time to write, okay? Like say you wanted to be a writer and quickly life happened and you had to make money and make money and make a living and support yourself or your family, and you got another job and it takes up most of your time. I don't have time to write. I don't have time. Okay, I hear you. I know that is so valid from one perspective. And then I want you to think about ways in which you can weave in writing into your everyday of what you already do. Okay. And this might sound crazy, but these are the baby steps you could take to weave it in to get closer to that creativity again so it can start to breathe and thrive. Say you're making a grocery list because you're taking care of a family, which is so incredible and a whole like accomplishment within itself and a whole like life purpose within itself. what if you made that grocery list into like a story, right? And every ingredient is underlined so you won't forget it. But what if it's a story? Like, what if you use your writing skills to just create this like fan-fucking-tastic story, including all the things on your grocery list, right? Weaving into your day. What if, the first 10 minutes of your day, say you get up, put your contacts in, make your coffee, and you unload the dishwasher, or maybe, you watch the news. Instead of watching the news, you can do all the other things, but you sit for 2 minutes and do morning pages, right? With no judgment, you free write, do not stop, do not stop. Even if you're writing, do not stop. You just keep going. I need us to go the extra mile to incorporate what we want to do creatively into what we are already doing so that, quote, I don't have time is not a valid excuse anymore. Okay, number 2, what you might be feeling when you think about your creativity as an adult. Yeah, but like, it doesn't make me money. So like, why should I spend the time? It won't make me money. Yeah, putting pressure on your creativity to make you money will kill it. It'll totally kill it. I don't know if y'all have read Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. Big Magic, Creative Living Beyond Fear. Please read it if you haven't. But she says we make things because we like making things. We pursue the interesting in the novel because we like the interesting in the novel. And inspiration works with us, it seems, because inspiration likes working us, because human beings are possessed of something special, something extra, something unnecessarily rich, something that the novelist Marilyn Robinson calls an overabundance that is magical. That's your inherent creativity, humming and stirring quietly in its deep reserve. Yeah, y'all, we are fucking made of magical overabundance, and not to be like aggressive, but it's a crime if you don't allow it to be channeled and flow through you. Now, at 32, almost 33 years old, I find this feeling of, thank God I'm not putting pressure on my music to make me money, right? And that's a privilege. Like, I have an incredible job that I love, and I also get to work on my music and not put pressure on it to make me money to support me, right? Definite privilege, but I worked for it. What I didn't realize was the key to me truly tapping into what was me and super unique. Okay, number 3. As adults, we might be saying about our creativity, what's the point? This is silly. Like, just silly. I feel stupid. Oh, I'm kind of embarrassed. Like, why would I do this? Like, if I did this, people would think I'm crazy, right? And I think as adults, we just think that society, our friends, family, etc., just put all of these expectations on us, which they do. But from another perspective, they don't, and they don't care, right? Like, no one cares as much about that as we do. It's somewhat of a projection. And what I realized is that anytime I say to myself, oh, this is silly, like, why am I even doing this? That is a direct projection of how I feel about myself, right? I'm blaming it on others and saying like, oh, they're going to think this, and like, how could I even do that? But really, it's just me judging me, baby. And that is the damn truth. It's me judging me. So anytime you find yourself blaming others for why you can't do the creative thing and truly live into your magical overabundance, y'all, call your shit out. Call your own bullshit. It ain't worth it. Live in freedom and abundance when it comes to your creativity. You deserve it. It's going to be the wildest ride ever. And it's just your right as a human being. If you are looking for help, if you are experiencing anxiety, if you are just feeling uneasy, if you are not feeling like yourself, if something is interfering with your happiness, I want to recommend BetterHelp. BetterHelp is a professional counseling tool that is done securely online. There's a broad range of expertise available on BetterHelp, which may not be locally available in many areas. And what's awesome is that it's more affordable than traditional offline counseling, and financial aid is available. What's really cool is that you can log into your account anytime and send a message to your counselor. You'll get timely and thoughtful responses. Plus, you can schedule weekly video or phone sessions so you won't ever have to sit in an uncomfortable waiting room. If you'd like to try BetterHelp, you can go to betterhelp.com/almost30. That's BetterHelp.com/almost30, and you'll get 10% off for your first month. BetterHelp.com/almost30, 10% off your first month. Okay. Take a deep breath in and exhale. Okay. Now I want to tell you why channeling your creativity and letting it evolve is essential as an adult. Okay. My firm belief is that there are parts of my inner child that are healing through my creativity. There are parts of my inner child that are healing through my creativity, and it's so cool, y'all. How, you ask? Very good question. So when I show up for my creativity, if I say, all right, Linz, you're going to get up, you're going to make your little coffee in the morning, and you're going to write a song. You're going to work on writing a song for an hour, right? And I show up for that. And I do that for an hour. And I do it every morning for 5 days in a row, and I'm consistent. And I surrender to being the channel for who the fuck knows what is going to come through me. But that's part of the whole process. Then there's this belief, true belief, that I am showing up for a part of myself that's wanted attention for a long time. Like it's that child within me that was like, please let me express this. Please, please, please. Like, it's so important to me. I love this. This makes me so happy. This makes me feel so free. This makes me feel just so alive. And I'm showing up for that part of me. And so in showing up and being consistent, it's like this older me showing up for younger me, right? And I'm sure if some of you have been in therapy, you've done some of this inner child work, and I have as well. And it's been so important to have these like moments and conversations and just commitments to myself where I'm like, I got you. Like, I will not abandon you. I am here. I will allow you to express and feel what you need to feel. And so this consistency and showing up for my creativity and allowing myself to be the channel is a way to heal my inner child. Okay. Number 2, why channeling your creativity and letting it evolve is essential as an adult. Redefining your definition of success is super important and will happen if you allow yourself to channel your creativity as an adult. Basically, what I've understood as I've done this is that it unkinks your hose. And our friend Peter Kelly talks about unkinking your hose. I love that phrase. And this will really allow your creativity to create abundance in ways other than money. Again, it comes back to that money thing, but like, y'all, we get so wrapped up and we get so fucked up when we think about, well, is this song going to make me money? Is this book going to make me money? What is this going to make me money? And I get it. That's how our world works, you know, like money is power, money is validation. Like, I get it, but I'm really calling on you to trust that your own expression will create abundance in ways and parts of your life that will be so much more satisfying than money. I promise the money will come. I do. I promise you, but just trust that like creativity has like a much bigger plan. Okay, number 3, why channeling your creativity and letting it evolve is essential as an adult. It's really essential as an adult as we just learn and grow and become partners, if that's a choice, become parents, if that's a choice, become leaders, become, truth seekers, teachers, educators, etc., that we become really clear channels. And I believe that creativity is an energy from a greater source, God, universe, etc., that flows through us. And it really creates this momentum. It really cleans out any densities, any untruths. It's just this really fresh, like sweep of air that just like blows through your body, your spirit, your mind, as often as you let it. And so it's really important as an adult to do this so that you can just optimize your communication, your love, your connection to source, your purpose. So use creativity as like that tool. Be like, if I don't do this, y'all, I'm not going to be a good partner. If I don't do this, I'm not going to be a good boss. If I don't do this, I'm not going to be a good parent. I'm not going to be XYZ, fill in the blank. Do you feel me? Let's take a deep breath. Okay. That's annoying to you. I want to check in and see if you've taken a deep breath. Anyone ever get like so annoyed and they realize they haven't been breathing and then they breathe? They're like, oh, I'm not annoyed anymore. So I'm going to check you. Okay. We've been over brief history. Hopefully you relate. We've been over what you might feel when you think about creativity as an adult. It's important to identify those feelings, honor them, know what they are. And then we went over 3 reasons why channeling your creativity and letting it evolve is essential as an adult. And I'd love to finish with ways in which we can really make sure that this is going to happen. I think we can talk about it. We can listen to the podcast episode with Lindsey from Almost 30. We can buy the books and we can do it all. But what are we going to do? How are we going to make it consistent? How are we going to make it stick? How are we going to bake it into who we are and how we be in the world, how we love, what's the plan? This is important. So I just have 3 suggestions and they're very simple, perhaps obvious, but let's fucking commit, y'all. All right. Number 1 is every day. It's got to happen every day. It has to happen every day. And listen, you're going to show up for your creativity, writing, cooking, designing, whatever it is, fill in the blank. And there are going to be some days when you're just like, I suck. I am not motivated. I'm not inspired. I got nothing. But you got to show up anyway. You really have to show up anyway because it might take those 10 times of this sucks. I hate it. Ugh, fuck, I have nothing. I'm just I'm spitting out, blanks, right? And then that 11th time, it's that thing. It's that masterpiece. It is that genius idea. It is that pure sound. It's those beautiful words, right? I need you to trust the flow. Let yourself unkink your hose as many times as it takes to get that gush. So every single day. Number 2, commit to honoring how it comes through. It might be different, right? It might come out as emotion. It might come out as this processing of something you've been through, right? And it might produce a piece of art, work, something to share and express that you never expected. And you're like, what the frick is this? What just came out of me? I invite you to honor it. I invite you to just have reverence for what you allowed to come through because, my friend, this ultimately is not all you. This is something much greater than you, which is so cool because it's a collaboration. And so when you look at it and you present it, if you present it, it's like, in collaboration with God, or in collaboration with the universe, in collaboration with this moment, in collaboration with my healing, in collaboration with blank, here this is. And it might be different tomorrow. And I'm so grateful it came through today, right? You can create just kind of like this reverence prayer and this reverence gratitude for what comes through every single time. You are a clear channel through which the healing energy of the universe is pouring. That is from Creative Visualization. It's a book that I love by Shakti Gawain. Use the power of your imagination to create what you want in life. So I'll read that again. Think of yourself as a clear channel through which the healing energy of the universe is pouring. This energy does not come from you personally. It comes from a higher source, and you serve to focus and direct it. Okay. Yeah, it's true. So true. Number 3, share it with the people you love. I know it might be hard and vulnerable and embarrassing and weird and like uncomfortable, whatever. Share what you create with the people you love, because you're going to inspire them to create something. And if you can surround yourself with new and old and fucking vibrant creators, oh, hello, life. Like, life all of a sudden gets so cool. So inspire the people around you to create by sharing your own creation without judgment. Like, this is what I do. Like, I am so, and I'm declaring this because it's important, but I'm creating music this year and beyond. But my goal is to create an EP, my first album. And as I'm working through this, I am working on this. I'm just sharing shit with people. It's not done. It's not perfect. Sometimes I share it literally like 5 seconds after it comes out of me. So I'll like post it on my Instagram stories. I'm like, well, whatever, here we go, and I just share it with people I love. And like literally the feedback I get isn't like, oh my God, you're amazing. It's like, it's more the sentiment of like, damn, like I love when you do this because it inspires me. It gets me excited to do X for myself, or do, like, it's less about like, oh my God, you. It's like, like I can do this too, right? Like, and that's so much of the point of being human and being connected to one another, that like, I really want to get across when it comes to your creativity. Like, it is selfish to keep your creativity kinked and to yourself. Like, let's express it. Let's let it flow. Let's let it be weird. Let's let it be new. Let it be something no one has ever felt or seen before. Like, holy shit. Let's stop looking at everyone else and seeing what we want to copy. Sure, we can be inspired by others, but like, can we be with ourselves and quiet and let it flow through us and let it almost like freak us out a little bit? That is the creativity as an adult that I want to experience. I am over some boring, regurgitated creative shit. Okay? No shade, but like, let's create a new fucking world, a new fucking paradigm using our own creativity that has chosen to flow through us. Okay. I hope that was clear. You know me. It's never quite perfect, but I feel so passionately about this. And I'm 32, almost 33 years old, right? Like, I had a moment before I recorded this. I was like, oh, what am I doing? I should talk about tactical ways to be an adult, like something tactical and like so adult. I'm like, fuck that. Like, my creativity is so important to me, and I know it's important to you too. And I just want to give you permission. This is your permission slip to go for it. That thing that you've been waiting to do that you're like, I can't do it. I don't know, but I love it. I really love it. I just don't have time, or it won't make me money, or what's the point? This is silly. This is so stupid. Like, what are people going to say, right? Like, that thing, call it out, declare it. I want to hear it. DM me on Instagram at Lindsey Simcik. Like, that wasn't a plug, but like, fucking DM me and tell me what it is so we can just be like, yep, it's happening. Let it flow through. Show up for it every single day. Honor how it comes through. Share it with the people you love. We got this, y'all. I love you. Thank you for listening. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want you to share your gifts and your creativity with me and the world. Don't hold back. It is time. I hope this was helpful. I hope this was relatable. And I appreciate you. I will see you on the next one. In the meantime, we have over 300 episodes to listen to. Please, let us know what episodes resonate the most. You can DM us on Instagram at almost30podcast. I'm at Lindsey Simcik and Krista's at It's Krista. You can listen on Tuesdays for interviews with guests and Thursdays for solo episodes with us. We will see many of you at our retreat at Calamigos Guest Ranch in August in Malibu. We have digital workshops that are happening. You can go to shopalmost30.com for more information there. Yeah, we have a lot going on and we're really excited to continue to serve you, serve everyone, and just learn and grow and just be there for you. We got this. I love you. I'll see you next time.